Let's try this again. Hello, people. Now we're back, no? Now we're back, no? We should be back. Hello, people. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, do you see me? Do you hear me? Is everything okay now? Is it working now? Now, hello? Okay. Hello, hello? Everyone here? Am I here? Okay, it works. Yeah, tech issues, you know? Tech issues. What's new? What's new? I don't know why. It's tech issues. I need to look through my computer and see if there's something wrong with it. Because, yeah. We just used 5 minutes of starting and stopping stream. That's great. That's great. All right. So it's just a short stream today. We're just talking. We're having a ton of videos coming out. There's insane amounts of videos coming out today. Let's see. Yeah, there's video coming out today. There's 3 shorts coming out today. Yeah, it's a lot. We're trying to do it, you know? We're trying to get people to watch, I guess. So it's only going to be a very short stream, maybe an hour or something, because I need to do something after the stream. So yeah. And I started late because I had some issues. I was uploading the video, so you know, we needed to get that finished before we got to streaming. But let's see if there's something we can react to, because we can do first like the normal Wordle and stuff. I like to do the Wordle and stuff. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. Hold on. Oh, every time I try to edit that, it gets fucked. What is going on, bro? I'm so annoyed. I think I need to like reinstall OBS. Now because now it lags, right? Bro, please, man, be nice for once. This is insane, bro. Yeah, we're back, right? Yeah. When we just got issues, that's how it's gonna be, so. Okay, it's good. I don't know. I got issues with stream. I don't know what to do. And I think I need to like sort some files with my computer, sort OBS sorts and stuff, because this ain't going to work if I always am overloading with CPU using 2.2 and my GPU is almost using nothing. Hold on, I don't know if I'm leaking anything, so I'm it's using 74% of my GPU I mean, and my GPU is a lot better. It should not be even close to that, so I don't know. All right, let's go. Horse, okay. I'm gonna do smoke. Okay, so now we have E. Okay, so blimp works. Okay, so a PRE. 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 Let's do nerds. I don't know. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. So it's N, E, R, and P. N, E, R, and P. Okay. So per P repon repon. Okay, okay. Come on, okay. Peren. Okay, no. Earpen. Apron. Erpen. Pen. Oh wait, E is there. Okay, wait, hold on. So it's Ian. Yo, Joku Killer. How you doing? How you doing? We've been having some issues with stream, so if I suddenly end, don't be discouraged. My computer is just doing some funny business. How you doing? How you doing, man? What can this word be? So, crepen. I don't know. Preen. Oh, yeah. That's easy. What else games? I know there's a lot more. Connections. What's connections? I haven't played this. What is this? Oh. Okay. Rhythm. No. You give me something to do. It depends, but maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Nickname. Jackpot. Prize. Value. Treasure. Submit. Fuck. Okay, so it's at least these three. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. Quest, journey, voyage. And Odyssey. Yes. Come on. Okay, so we have treasure, jackpot, prize. How is it not value? I don't understand. Rhythm. I don't know. It's probably like something like this, right? Like this. I don't know. Okay. So I was right. Okay, so frankincense. What's frankincense? I'll check out the link. I'll just complete this. Hold on. Is it this? No, wait. Okay, I've a lot of nickname. There we go. Markdown. Steam. One away. Oh wait, hold on. Fuck. All right, hold on. Oh, no, wait. Oh my god. Hello? Oh my god. beginner. What yeah. Anyways, hello. Come on, get back, please. There we go. There we go. We're back. Yeah, it's something wrong with OBS. I don't know what it is. There's like I have a good GPU and it's using 80% of my GPU, so I don't know what is wrong with it. I need to fix it somehow. I don't know. But we'll fix that next stream. It's only going to be a short stream. It might be very short. Yeah, no. It's just that I need to just look at something. This is fine, but I didn't know before I started stream, so. Yeah, it's just how it is. I don't know why. Might be some like stuff I have on my computer that starts lagging, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't. So there's something. There's something. Let me check the link. All right. So you said it was a short story. Okay. Do I need any like background information of it, or is it not like that? Well, it's short because I'm okay, but there's no like nothing I need to know. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Hold on, we need to get the right vibe. Storytelling music. We need like a nice storytelling music. What is? Bro, my computer is going overdrive now. I might need to end fucking. I need to end stream to fix this. Hold on. There we go. Bro, what? No. Yeah, I'm gonna have a very short stream. I'm sorry, brother. It's it isn't normally like this, but it's how it is right now. All right, let's see. Okay. Story. Afternoon Archive. Deep underground, a group of researchers get ready to conduct their final test. Their lab, equipped with the latest tech and standby team of engineers to fix any problem with the machinery immediately. The research required so much energy that their lab was fully powered by a separate nuclear reactor. All this funding only capable by the government of a large country. Their object of research, artificial black holes. They were beyond simple simulations. This final test would be the moment of truth for a lifetime's work. The limits of theory and predictions would be tested. After all, theory only gets you so far. 14 o'clock. For a split second they had succeeded. There was an artificial black hole, but they might have succeeded too well. Although the size of a coin, it was way bigger than the theory and simulations had predicted. Disasters. In the theory, a black hole with the diameter of a standard coin would have slightly more mass than the Earth itself. It would exert a gravitational force quadrillion times more than that of Earth. Although the artificial black hole had dissipated after just a split second, it would be an understatement to say that the effects were tremendous. Earthquake, volcano eruption, tsunamis, even the moon itself removed from orbit and falling towards Earth. It was all too sudden. Billions of casualties, trillions of dollars of property damage, unrecoverable infrastructure, and even a moon falling from the sky to eventually end the world. Awakening. Something dormant has been disturbed. The world is back to 14,000. This time no one present to conduct the experiment. The lab is empty, no damages, the infrastructure is working in pristine condition, but not a living soul is seen in the lab. But the memory of everything that had transpired is not gone. Everyone who survived is back where they were on 2 p.m. with not so much of a scratch on them. It's almost as if the entire world went back in time exactly 13 minutes and 8 seconds. But something is missing. A huge part of the world is. Everyone who was killed during the 13 minutes is gone with not so much as a trace. Their existence is only marked by the memory of those who remember them. 2:05 p.m. On the ISS, the 7 astronauts are trying to compose themselves after what they have just witnessed in the last 30 minutes. Some are traumatized, some worry for their family. The commander is trying to contact HQ when a crew member says, "Hey, you gotta come look at this." Fearing the worst, the commander doesn't take the words of a veteran crew member lightly and rushes over in case something even more bizarre is happening. And what they both saw left the jaw dropped. The world was glitching. Work in progress. Oh, it's chapter 1. Okay. My bad. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot of story. Okay. Afternoon. 1 p.m. 2 years prior to the world-altering incident. In the inner hall of Inconspicuous Tavern, there's a fully organized but definitely illegal fighting ring, complete with a betting counter. From the outside, no one would assume that this tavern gets much business. But on the outside, but on the inside, there's a crowd for this afternoon fight. In one corner of the ring is a man named Hans Roken that looks to be in his 30s. Not really muscular, but not excessively fat either. A normal skinny man with even a few grey hairs and a worried look on his face. One can assume is done due to the matchup of the fight. The king of inconsistency is back. Hello. We're reading a story that one in chat sent. And no, I'm not the king of inconsistency. I'm the best of consistency. Anyways, in the other corner is a male that is 5'7", fairly muscular for his age, also skinny. Not even in proper boxing attire. He's overly confident, so much that he even has his hands in his pocket. But not to be mistaken, he is by no means defenseless. He has room enough for utilizing the full range of motion of his legs. To the expert eye, one can deduce that he is trained in the ITF variant of Taekwondo, which is much more dangerous than his WT counterpart. But it's not what makes Han Roshin worried. What worries him is the age of his opponent. The teenager in the opposite corner doesn't look any older than 17. Hans even considers going easy on the kid, but that thought leaves his mind when the bell rings to indicate the start of the round. The kid leaps forward to the middle of the ring and performs a spinning back kick with perfect footwork, leaving no room for retaliation. Um, oh, yeah. What a lot of novice taekwondo practitioner do is that they step their lead foot across the center line to facilitate the spin of the back kick. This telegraphs the move and leaves you open for a Muay Thai shin kick to the calf muscles of the leg. To mitigate this vulnerability, that 17-year-old simply left the foot in his place, pointed the heel towards the opponent, and performed the kick in one seamless motion. The sheer shock factor of this move leaves Hans Roshin unable to defend and be knocked down. Hans, unable to recover and get on his feet in the following 8 seconds, is declared the loser. The mysterious 17-year-old in casual clothing is declared the victor. Hands still tucked in pockets. Dum dum dum. Afternoon, 2 p.m. on the day of the incident. As usual, there isn't an afternoon match being held in the inner halls of the tavern, but this time, Hans Roshin isn't a competitor. But there is a match, He's a spectator, cheering a particular boy he has grown to like in the past 2 years. Leaning on the wall by the betting counter, Hans said, "You know, this place has changed quite a lot in just 2 years ever since he arrived." "I suppose it has. I never thought the day would come where we would have to change our business model from authentic fighters to flashy performances. But don't get me wrong, Hans. It's not really a bad thing after all. Our audience loves this." A friendly voice from behind counter replies, "Do you still remember his first match?" Wait, what was my voice for him again? I don't know. How can I possibly forget? I still get a reminder of it every time I try to lay down on my stomach each night. That back kick fractured 2 of my ribs, and I was hospitalized for 2 months. Well, I think it's about time I gave the signal. Meanwhile, the boy, who has now grown to be 19, was dodging every punch and kick that came his way with ease to create a spectacle for the audience. But despite what his audience saw, in his mind, he had grown bored from these fake matches. That's when he heard someone shout his name from the counter. "Kian Kenodox." He looks over and sees the owner of the tavern giving him a signal. The other fighter also sees this, and they both nodded at each other. As a final act to end the match, Kyoan performs a series of consecutive moves along with his opponent. First, the inward crescent kick. This move can be performed by raising the extended leg as high as possible, a bit across the center line of the body from the outside. Then sweeping explosively inward in a circular arc movement, hitting the target on the side for impact. Having rehearsed before the match, the opponent of Kyoan knew how to use a simple Muay Thai parry to send the kick off course and leave Kyoan open for counterattack, which is sure to be effective in defense as well as in exciting the spectators. Now being left open for a quick jab, Kyoan intentionally does not duck to avoid it and lets himself be hit because the owner had shouted his name, meaning that there was more bets that Kyoan would win. To make a profit, there was a mutual understanding between the fighters that anyone whose ever name is called out should intentionally lose while maintaining authenticity and realism for the spectators. Normally, it was supposed to be a quick jab, but not much power behind it, where Kyoan was supposed to act like he was knocked out, but this time he was actually knocked out. Holy shit, Ellie Reader. In the private office of the tavern's owner. "What the hell, man? You were supposed to act, not actually knock him out." "I swear I didn't hit him hard. It was an accident, okay? What are we gonna do now? He hasn't woken up in the past 15 minutes. I'm calling an ambulance." "Hey, stop! Don't call an ambulance. You two carry him to my car from the back door. I will take him to the doctor and claim that he was just in a street fight. An ambulance is sure to shut him down." From the noise from the loud argument, Kyoan woke up as if it was just asleep and asked, "What time is it? How long have I been knocked out?" "Oh, thanks goodness you've woken up. But you shouldn't be too careless. You should go to the hospital right now and get yourself checked out. This is serious." "Should I drive you to the hospital?" "No, I'm feeling fine. I was going to go to the hospital today for other reasons regardless. I can go on my own. I came to the town on my motorcycle today for that very reason. Alright, boy, if you say so. If you ever need any help with medical expenses, I can cover them for you. After all, you made me a lot of money. Boss, aren't you forgetting something? Of course not. Your payment is in the envelope behind the counter. Pick it up on your way out. Be sure to count it. I included a 10% bonus. Keon checks the time before leaving to the hospital. Alright. Sandwich, if you can you just change to reading a viewer's thingy? But keep the behind thing. Anyways. He took the overbridge at precisely 70 kilometers an hour. No need to go slower than the speed limit. And no need to break the law by going over it. When a truck moves fast, it pushes air aside, creating a pocket of low pressure air behind it. If you follow closely behind, your vehicle faces less wind resistance, meaning you can go faster using the same or less amount of power. He made full use of this maximum efficiency. Whenever a gap opened between the vehicles on the overbridge, he slid through, throttle ahead. The drivers didn't even glance up or notice him. When he reached the hospital, the security guard barely glanced up from his newspaper as Koyuan rolled in. Hey, Carol, hey. I'll read her. Oh no. Hey, Koyuan, just park in your neutral space. It's free right now. He backed the bike up in the corner spot so that he would be no dings for careless drivers. Removed his helmet, ran a hand through his hair. The throbbing in his skull pulsed behind his left temple. The jab had been harder than agreed. Upon reaching the hospital lobby, the receptionist didn't wait for him to speak. Your mother is in room 214, same as last time. The doctor's doing final checks. You can head straight up. He checked the wall clock. 1:57 p.m. After reaching room 214 on the second floor, our nurse exited the room 214. Her smile rehearsed but not unkind. You can wait out there. Doctor finished up. She'll be discharged right now on schedule. He checks his watch. 1:59. Just one more minute and his mother will be discharged after 2.5 years. While sitting on the bench, he closed his eyes. A single emotion floods his mind. Relief. 2.5 years prior, the rain had thickened by the time they left the birthday party for his younger sister. Kyoan's father was driving, which was unusual. Kyoan could count on one hand the times he'd seen his father behind the wheel of the family car. His mother and sister were sound asleep, exhausted from the celebration. The only sounds were a rhythmic thump of whispers and the hiss of tires on the wet asphalt. Kyoan pressed his forehead to the window, watching highway lights smear past in the fog. His sister still had unopened gifts in the lab as she slept in the back seat next to him. Not even she knew those gifts would never be opened. It would have been a fulfilling and happy day, but nothing goes as planned. Okay, let's see. Any good music? Yeah, this is good. A truck clearly speeding above speed limit passed their car, which would have been completely fine had it not been raining on that particular day. When his tire lost traction, it didn't spin out as much as unravel. Trailer swinging like a pendulum, his father stomped the brake. The car skidded, hydroplaning, straight into the truck's path. The impact was deafening. Metal screamed as the truck dragged them sideways into the central reservation made up of double jersey barriers. The airbag exploded in parents' faces. White dust filled the cabin. Silence. Kyoan's next memory was the distant wail of sirens. Kyoan woke up to the sterile glare of hospital lights. His sister sat beside him, her arms crossed over her chest. A few scratches marked her skin. No bandages, no casts. She was only asleep. A nurse, noticing Kyoan stirring, and called the doctor over. After examining the condition of Kyoan, he proclaimed the nurse, "Everything seems fine. Both kids have miraculously survived without much harm. Ask for the guardian so we can discuss the situation." The nurse answered hesitantly. I already asked the girl. It seems like they don't have any other family members from the mother and father. And as you know, the situation with the parents? The doctor paused and turned to Koyon. How old are you, boy? How can I tell you my age when I have no reference points for how much of time has passed since the accident? Tell me the date first, doctor. Don't you dare use that tone with me, boy. It's only been a few days. Nurse, just sort everything out with him. I've other patients to attend to. This rude brat seems fine enough. Then leaves without hearing the answers to his original question. Holy shit, I'm an L reader. Wow. Let's talk quietly. The doctor has made enough noise as it is. If sister's been awake all night, waiting for you to wake up, it's better to let her sleep now. She hesitated and straightened her clipboard. Now, regarding your financial status... Oh my... Maybe I should take English class. Wow. We all have good health insurance. My father gets both health and life insurances from his job. You can also contact the car's insurance and the third party's insurer. You will be paid. Sort it out with them. After a pause, he added, Where's my father? I need to talk to him. The nurse's grip tightened the clipboard. She didn't speak, didn't need to. The way her eyes flickered to the floor, just for a second, was answer enough. Koyon's hands curled up into a fist, yet no expression was visible on his face. What about my mother? She's in room 214 next to yours, but she's in a much more critical condition. She didn't survive unharmed like you two. Currently, she's in a comatose state. A pause. The hum of overhead lights filled the space between them. How much does my sister know? As much as you. Kyun exhaled sharply through his nose, then practical as ever. Alright. Is the hospital in possession of my belongings, or is it in police custody? Before the nurse could answer, a voice cut from the doorway, firm, bureaucratic. I can answer that. I'm a child's welfare officer assigned as your legal guardian by the court. Your father's colleagues at work have been informed of the situation. I worked with your father on cases like this before, for other children. He glanced at Kayon's sister and continued, Since your sister is asleep, it's best we talk elsewhere. Nurse, can you remove his IV for a bit? The nurse nodded and sliding the needle from Kayon's arm without a word. Hold on, good music. While they talked... Fuck is happening? Okay. While they walk to a suitable location. You know, the department made sure that your family was taken to the most prestigious medical institute in the city. This hospital even has 2 luxurious lounge areas on every single floor. Follow me. I'll read her. After hearing this, Koyon snarks by squinting his eyes, as if that's the least the department could do. He would not have settled for anything less. The officer didn't notice, or chose not to. The lounge was empty, sterile. Kyun sat across from the officer, his posture rigid, fingers steepled. Firstly, since you're legally appointed guardian due to my mother's condition, and you worked with my father before, you must have already retrieved our belongings from police custody. Secondly, my father's insurance was government provided. Since the department's aware of the situation, it would not be far-fetched assumption to make that the payout has been processed, and you're holding the funds since my mother can't exactly manage them right now. You and your father, always working off assumptions, but somehow always right. Yes, you're correct. I do have your belongings in my car, and I'm holding the funds. But I can't just hand them over to you. You're still a kid. Your mother will get them when she wakes up, or you will, when you turn 18. Expecting this response, if you simply follow procedure and wait till I turn 18, you'll get nothing. If you try to profit by embezzling the funds, I'll demand a full audit of the account's management and sue you the moment I find discrepancies. But if you transfer the funds to my bank account right now, I'll let you keep 10%. You have my word. I'll never ask or demand anything. Don't be absurd. Even if you ask for it again, what about your mother? She could wake up tomorrow for all we know. And do you really think a bribe would work on someone like me? Where did you learn this kind of behavior, kid? Your father, he was an honest man, cunning, sure, but that's to be expected in this line of work. What matters is he's never crossed the line. He turned down bribes from men who owned half the city. And here you are, his son, offering me a measly cut to the government official, no less. All right, old man. Looks like you already made up your mind. No point pressing the issue. Just bring my belongings and the wallet. What? You think I take money from it? Don't concern yourself with my intentions. This isn't about you. After receiving the phones and wallets, one by one, he opened each banking app, memorized their layouts, checked their balances, and scanned through transaction histories. In less than 3 minutes, he had a complete picture of all accounts, better than any bank teller would. He thinks to himself, oh, I wish I had like a reverb sound, but anyways, just like expected. The bank hasn't been not notified of my father's death yet, so his account is still active. I can access both his and my mother's accounts through the mobile banking apps, but I need to transfer everything from his account to my mother's as soon as possible. Once the bank is informed, his account will be frozen and eventually closed. Her account, though, is safe. It won't raise any flags because she's still alive. I can withdraw cash using her debit card, deposit money through his CDM, and even get a new card sent to her home address once the current one expires. I can activate it from the app. No verification from her needed. That gives me full, unrestricted access to a valid adult bank account, unlike my own, which is limited because of my age. He looked out the hospital window one last time. The light of the settling sun casting along the shadows across the floor. He didn't believe in hope, only systems, leverage, access. And now we had all three. Water break, little water break. What are you thinking about this story? It's getting good. A few months had passed. He was finishing up high school ahead of schedule. Thanks to his placement scores, a full scholarship was already waiting for him at the local university. It was something the officer never questions. Some kids were just built different, and Koyoan was one of them. His sister, on the other hand, was average, mediocre grades, no scholarship, just a student trying her best. Their bungalow, fully owned, unburdened by rent, stood as a quiet remnant of their old life. The insurance money trickled in, and the child welfare officer managed it with careful precision. Tuition for Kyoan's sister was paid. The electricity stayed on, and the fridge never emptied. Essentials and nothing more. The officer didn't believe in waste. His duty, by law, was to use the insurance funds for the benefit of the children. Food, education, and shelter. Luxuries, he said, was not a necessity. Kyoan understood. The money had its limit. It would run dry eventually, but there was no telling when the next crisis would strike. He didn't argue. Neither did his sister. She never said a word, never asked for anything, but her silence said enough. The way she looked at her old school friends, dressed in brands they used to wear too. The way she passed by storefronts, a little too slowly, scrolling through her phone just to close the app with a sigh. She never blamed anyone, but Koyoan saw the weight of what she couldn't say. And he had the means, after all. All the money from their father's account, quietly transferred before the bank was notified, sat safely in their mother's name, a valid, unrestricted account he could manage through the app. It would be enough, but he wasn't keen to waste it. Not when he could earn much more on his own. Comfort in limitation is mark of the remarkable. Why would someone of my caliber settle for the life of the average? I'll have more, not because I need it, but because I can. While browsing through his father's old case files on the aged police-issued laptop, Kyoan stumbled across a report that hadn't seen much attention. A small, inconspicuous tavern, its name forgettable, its location unremarkable, was flagged for suspected underground fighting and illegal betting. But the file was buried, low priority. The accompanying notes told him everything he needs to know. An undercover officer had already investigated the place. The fights were real, but the environment was unusually controlled. Regulation-grade mats, reinforced flooring, proper lighting, even the same level of cleanliness and equipment you expect in an official MMA gym. Illegal, yes, but oddly professional. Was an open secret tolerated precisely because of that order. If it was shut down, something far worse would take its place. The city's appetite for blood money wasn't going anywhere. Blood and money wasn't going anywhere. The police knew and chose to look away. Closed the file slowly, a faint grin tugging at the edge of his mouth. Kyon's grandfather had been a towering figure in the military, highly decorated, widely respected. He trained generations of soldiers during his time as a combat instructor, accumulating a lifetime's worth of knowledge in close-quarter combat and martial arts from across the world. After retiring, he returned home and passed down the legacy to Kyuan. Every morning without fail, he trained the boy in essential forms, techniques, and philosophies of dozen disciplines. By the time Kyuan was a teenager, his movement... Hold on. Let's get the right song. Yeah, we can do that. Every morning without fail, he trained the boy in the essential forms, techniques, and philosophies of dozens of disciplines. By the time Kyuan was a teenager, his movements no longer resembled any single style, but there was seamless fusion of them all. Those mornings had long since ended, but the lessons never did. Before approaching the tavern owner, Kyuan spent several weekends quietly observing from the shadows. The fights were held in the afternoons, tucked away from the hum of regular customers. What he saw confirmed his suspicions. This wasn't some den of elite martial artists. The contestants were mostly middle-aged, mediocre men with beer guts and no real technique, throwing wild punches, hoping to land something lucky. It wasn't a battlefield, it was theater. And Kyuan, he was trained for war. To be continued. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up for a guy, Jake. Alright, hold on. What did you say? By the way, it isn't confusing on who's talking right. I just gave each character their font color. I think it looks better in conversation instead of constantly saying who would say that line. Anything confusing? No, not necessarily. I understood pretty much most of it. I feel like this would be a dope anime. I don't know if that's like what you want to do, but I feel like this could be like a dope anime. So, red time was present, blue was past. Yeah, that was the only thing that could be confusing, because it was jumping back and forth, but when you get finished, it will of course be better, you know. But nah, I think, bro, you should finish the story and get try to get people to what's it called, make it to an anime, bro. It's like a dope ass story for an anime. I would watch it, most definitely. I would watch it. Most definitely, I would watch it. I don't know if that's what you're going for, though. Yeah. I feel like it has a mix of... I haven't watched everything, but it has a mix of, some, sorcery, right? And then we have the Baki, because he was trained martial artist. Then we have some... what's it called? The one Hippo... whatever the fighting guy was. I feel like I would see this as an anime story, to be honest. If I saw this on Netflix, I probably would have liked. Anything more you would like to say? Like the parts you liked or the parts you disliked? There wasn't anything I disliked. The only thing I'm yeah, it was about the present and was jumping too fast, but I don't know how it's gonna be in the finish, you know. I only read a little bit, so I can't really say anything because I need to read the whole thing when it gets done to really get the whole thing. Because if it only jumps like that, sometimes it doesn't really matter. So I don't know, but it was a really, really good story. I was invested. But yeah, definitely when you're done, try to get it made into an anime. It's something I would watch. You were okay, yeah. I felt a little bit of Baki, and I felt what's the other anime? It was the Hippo no Ippo? Yeah, Hippo no Hajime no Ippo is it? Hajime no Ippo. That's also like the underground, like fighting something. So, like, if you would get it animated, it would be dope. It was a good writing as well. It was a good writing. Oh, we read a lot. Holy damn. Is it fine if I put that story out if I make it like into a YouTube kind of video, just me storytelling? I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it, but I think it could be cool. Okay, nice. Ooh, it would be so fun to get it animated, but I'm not gonna do that. But it would be so dope to. I'll also show your comments though. But getting it animated when it's finished, do it. Like no, even if it's like it could be a YouTube animation. It could be sick. So if you have the ability to sell it or something or get it animated, do it. Because I was imagine. That's the thing. A good story gets you to like imagine things while you're reading. So when I was reading that, I was imagining like he going underground, everything. So it was imaginative. Oh, oh, stream lagging. Okay, we're back. So yeah, it was good. It was good. You spent 2 days studying martial arts. Nice, bro. Like, how many chapters? How many chapters are you planning? Like, how long do you think this you want the story to be? How's the other people doing? I see there's 4 people here. Come on, man. 3 people. Come on. Oh, it's Sandwich. Okay. Sandwich is my W viewer. He's just here to support. That's a W. Come back to you when you add new chapters. All right. I'm only gonna read it once it's finished. I'm gonna dedicate. I'll read it off screen, like off stream, the next chapter, and then when you're done with it, I'm gonna do a whole stream reading it. And remember, use time. You know, art. Never rush art. Never rush art. That's one of the like most important things. To never rush your creativity. So if you suddenly need 2 months to come up with the next chapter, do that, because you know most people spend like 5 to 10 years of actually writing a story, unless they have a deadline, of course. So remember, art, use time, be creative. Listen to this song. This song was, I think, made over many of the songs on that kind of album was like made 5 years ago, started 5 years ago. Drafts, some of the drafts were 2 years ago. Like, it takes time, so use time. So I see that my computer is struggling with the GPU. I'll see what the GPU problem is. I don't fucking know why it's that high. It shouldn't be either. It's 77% on OBS Studio, so there's definitely something going on in the background. Wait, let me see something. I'll test that off stream. All right, I think that's going to be it for the stream today. I said it was going to be a short stream. Because yeah, the computer as well, I need to fix that before I. So next stream will probably be Wednesday or tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Make sure to go to my YouTube and Instagram, and because I upload a lot there now. I at least did today. And remember to join the Discord. That's important. You have a clear picture of the start and end, but not of the middle. Oh, yeah, but that's good. That's good. If you have a good idea of the start and end, you'll only be like, you know, you'll be oh shit, wait, hold on. Join the Discord. Yeah, but it helps you just 60 at least. Oh, so it's gonna be a long story. Oh, yeah, we're gonna have to dedicate a whole stream to that if we're doing that. But yeah, it's always the filler. You always have like an idea of the start and end, but the filler needs to go there. So yeah, make sure to join the Discord. I appreciate you coming in. It was a nice story. I'll see if I'll upload it. Maybe not, because I was an L reader. But it was a W stream today, short stream. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.